How you been, dude? I mean, it's only been like a day, but how you been?
I've been good. Not much has happened today, but yeah, just in general, I've been good. I've been doing really well, actually.
Nice, nice. How come? Just good life things happening, or?
Yeah, I uh, I don't really know how to say this. When I started taking lessons from you, I was still reeling in from like a failed suicide attempt.
Wow.
And yeah, but things are a lot better now, and to be honest, you were what like taking lessons from you is one of the main reasons why you really helped a lot with my recovery.
Holy shit, dude. I'm like, I literally got chills. Like, holy shit. I don't even know what to say. Now, there was a lot of lessons that I learned from that experience, like so many that I can't just fit it into one video. But one thing above all else really stuck with me is that if you struggle with self-worth and feelings of inadequacy, and I totally can relate to that in my own way, finding hobbies that make you happy just for you is super important. For my girlfriend Yanni, it's painting. For my buddy George, it's lifting heavier weights. For my friend Kel, who has previously been all about her career, it's growing plants. Because when you dive into something that is just for you, not for work, not for other people, just for you, it reinforces the idea that you deserve the happiness that comes from it. Because if you hold back on doing what you love, you're essentially telling yourself that your own happiness does not matter. And here's the thing, I used to think that pouring into myself was selfish. I found it extremely difficult to justify. And I know I'm not alone. I've spoken to students who have been parents of several kids. For example, my student Caitlin, I changed her name, would ask, how can I justify taking time to practice my screams when my kids just got put to bed? Shouldn't every dollar and waking moment go towards family goals? But eventually, Caitlin learned that in order to help others, she had to take care of herself first. She couldn't pour from an empty cup. She didn't want to grow resentful of her family and all of these other things that she was sacrificing for. As we got her screams to improve little by little, I watched her transform. She went from a person who felt like she was only living for other people to someone who is excited to live for herself as well. And her being filled with happiness gave her more energy, more life, and more love to give to her children. And I even got to meet her daughter, who seemed super adorable and super happy. But how do we make this change into knowing how to pour into ourselves? Well, I want to tell you about one of the most life-changing conversations I had with my mentor. So this happened a couple years ago, and at this point I was sacrificing everything to just work and coach people and give free consultations. Sometimes eating only one meal a day and working until my hands were literally shaking. I would beat myself up over every mistake I made in teaching, but one of the biggest conflicts was this. I beat myself up because I felt like I was being selfish for being paid to teach people to scream. I felt like the act of being paid inherently made me a greedy person, and I thought if I really wanted the best for people, I should do it completely for free. My mentor then went on to ask me a few questions, and I want you to listen to this because it might be the most important thing you hear today. My mentor said, David, if your girlfriend or mom did a bunch of work and helped people out to the degree that you are doing, would you let them do it for free? And I said, of course not. My mentor said, well, do you think they'd be greedy by getting paid? And I said, no. My mentor said, well, what would you tell them? And I said, I would tell them that they need to get paid because they deserve it. My mentor said, well, why would you tell them that? Then I said, because I love them and I want the best for them. So my mentor then took a pause and said this. Then what does that say about how you view yourself? And by this point, tears began streaming down my face. That tells me that I don't love myself, that I don't value myself enough. My mentor said, so why don't you treat yourself as you would your girlfriend or your mom? And this realization hit me like a truck. So one thing that helped me start to give myself permission to pour into myself, and this may help you, is to start thinking about yourself not as yourself, but as one of your loved ones. If you find yourself sacrificing your happiness for others and suppressing your own needs, your own wants, try imagining that you are a loved one and tell that person to pour love into themselves. And if pouring love into them, yourself, means allowing yourself to buy that guitar you've always wanted, take that painting class, go on that overdue vacation, or finally just learn to scream, then do that. Just like how I want my loved ones and my future kids to pour into themselves, I should treat myself as if I was one of those people. Because here's the thing, you are worthy of happiness. And pouring into yourself isn't selfish. It allows you to give others more love.
And thank you a lot, because you really, like, I can't understate how much you helped me. For a really long time, the only thing I ever wanted to do was learn guitar. Then I heard Opeth for the first time, and I was like, never mind, it's harsh vocals.
Yeah.
I really wanted to learn it, but I was too afraid to, like, without a teacher. And I don't know, you helped me, like, to the point where I can actually, let's say, yeah, I do harsh vocals. And, like, the other day I was at my friend's house, and he has, like, this 12-year-old brother, and I fry screamed at him, and it scared the shit out of him. And it was just like, yeah, it's just really cool. And I actually feel, like, really feel like I can actually, like, do it now.